Yes. Buenos noches, my professional wrestling amigos, and welcome to this, your latest dose of...
La guerra de la mitad de la semana.
Yes, sir.
I'm happy we get the sexy one. This is the really
loosely translated to the Midweek War. I am your host, your pal in the mainstream media. We are here to talk about Lucha Underground with my two buddies from Texas. It's almost Mexico, so you can know for a fact that these two guys know exactly what they're talking about. So first of all, let's meet the voice of Inspire Pro Wrestling, Eamon Payton. Hello, Eamon.
Hi guys. Yeah, I know exactly what I'm talking about. Being like maybe about a mile away from the Gulf of Mexico. So hey, who knows?
He practically is Mexico. Yo soy Mexico! All right, and also joining us from the WrestlingRevolution.com, we've got Antonio Garza, El Heel Garza for short.
Hola, amigos. I just realized that the Tex-Mex Express is riding again.
I was just about to mention, I was like, Eamon Payton, Antonio Garza, the Tex-Mex Express.
Eamon Payton being the widest name possible for somebody in the Tex-Mex Express. We'll go with that.
So here's how it works, folks. We give a word, we give a good, we give a bad, we give a change, and we deliver it to you. So let's start out by giving the un palabra for Lucha Underground. And Garza, let's start with you this time.
My una palabra is going to be medallion, because this was a medallion-filled show.
It was indeed.
Very appropriate. Eamon?
Death.
It's been known to happen.
Possibly many deaths. Somewhere in around the range of 1,000.
No doubt. All right. Well, how about a bueno, Eamon? What you got for your bueno this week?
My bueno, there was a lot of good this week on Lucha. I love the end. I love the stare down with Prince Puma and Mil Muertes leading into Ultima Lucha. I'm excited for Ultima Lucha in general, but yeah, that was really great. I loved the those kind of it's like you immediately think like, oh, they're ending with like a talking segment, like that's kind of lame or whatever. That's like something Raw would do, but it was really great. And Conan got beat up by the Disciples of Death and shoved in a casket. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm very excited.
Garza, what you got?
I'm gonna give my good to that we're finally getting back some King Cuerno in our Lucha Underground.
Yeah.
He hadn't been on TV for a while, and I was starting to miss him. But he's back, and he now has a medallion.
That's nothing.
That match with Killshot is really good.
Yeah, I want to see those guys go longer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Going back to that final segment, first of all, the one thing that jumped out to me, Dario Cueto losing complete control of his own show.
Yes.
As Katrina's going down this episode, what are you doing here? What's happening?
What's going?
I know, just like...
That was before he delivered the amazing line of I can cut the tension in half with a machete, and then laughing at his own joke. I love it. I love it so much.
I always find myself kind of wondering, like, don't you know how wrestling shows work, Dario? This is exactly what happens.
I don't know what he expected from a face-off. Like, it's not a contract signing, it's not a debate, it's just straight up a face-off. I mean,
it's also neither of them speak, so...
Yeah.
I know, like two guys staring at each other. I don't know if it was like, maybe if they would have had like a photographer there to take a picture, like that would have been like a thing. This is for the poster, guys.
We need something for the promo package.
Yeah, he wants to do some of those Japanese poses right before the match with the title and the flowers.
Yeah, exactly. We're just going to do it 3 weeks early. I tell you what else was awesome. Conan standing by his man, because I don't know about you guys, but anytime they get into that realm where Prince Puma's getting beaten up and Conan's kind of like, you're waiting to see what Conan's going to do, your fears, all your senses are tingling because you're just waiting for Conan to turn on him. But he didn't do it. He didn't do it. He stood by his guy.
I'm excited because if we're taking the casket into play, and I think Matt Striker kind of like alluded to it on commentary. Like they're gonna open the casket and we're gonna have like 1995 Conan again. Like I really want to see that. It's supposed to make him
Max
reborn or
Moon?
whatever.
I was talking.
Yeah, like we're gonna
You
do
win the
Max
prize.
Moon.
They open it up and Max Moon comes out with his jetpack, then I don't know. Good luck with that, folks.
Like in the Simpsons episode, he's just gonna fly Puma away before Mil Muertes kills him.
Yes. Be amazing.
All right, let's do our Malo. Where are we? Who should go first? Eamon, you're
I'll go
first with
first.
your Malo.
My bad for this week. I don't know. There's really a bad. For the most part. Not really a bad, but I haven't been really feeling. I want more character development for Davari. His match with Bengala is good. I don't know. I just kind of want more character development with him. I feel like because the Tejano thing's done, he's got Big Rick with him, and I don't know. I think they will have something for him, but I'm just interested to see what that will be. Yeah, I don't know. I'm intrigued, but I just want to see a little bit more from Davari.
How about you, Garza?
My bad this week, my Malo. And it hurts me to say it, but it was the Vampiro Pentagon Jr. segment.
Oh,
Like, the segment itself was good, but what really, really, like, pissed me off is that in one move, Vampiro knocked out Pentagon Jr. And I was like, maybe Pentagon Jr. is not going to be, like, that amazing in the match. So, I don't know, like, I don't know why. I just wish it would have been like just one shot. But the segment itself was good. It was just the end.
I would have. Yeah, I agree. I would have preferred like a pull apart sort of brawl instead of like just Vampiro hitting him with a move.
Yeah.
Or just like Pentagon just going chicken and just ducking out of the ring and hightailing it.
I mean, even just take the chokeslam, but then kind of like roll out of the ring or something. Just like not a straight up knockout, and Vampiro go celebrate with people.
Yeah, and he like had him in like the he had him like set up for like forever. I'm like, Pentagon, grab the arm, Pentagon.
I don't know if it was a case of like Pentagon was like surprised he'd accept or whatever, but I don't know. But yeah, I agree. I think I'm excited for the match still, but like I think they could have done it a bit differently.
Let's move on to our combio. What we change, Garza? What do you got for a combio this week?
My cambio is going back to the Daibari Bengala match. I wouldn't have given the medallion to Bengala. And like nothing against him, but we really don't know anything about Bengala. So I don't know. I felt like to this point, I thought Bengala was kind of like a jobber. I feel that like even Argenis or Mascarita Sagrada deserve a medallion more than Bengala. So I would just have given it to anyone else, like anyone, like Marty the Moth.
I was gonna say, would you have given it to Marty the Moth?
Yeah.
Marty the Moth had his chance.
Yeah, he had his chance.
He had a couple chances.
Didn't he have 2 chances? He had 2 chances.
Yeah, he did have 2 chances.
Do you mind if I call you sexy?
God, he's such a fucking creep.
I had to sneak that in. It's so weird. All right, Eamon.
My change is a very small one, and it's from the Bengala Davari match, and it's post the match because Matt Striker was so pleased with himself when Bengala won. I believe what he said was the cat's out of the bag. Bengala's what's the phrase? Bengala's the
cat's meow.
Something of the litter.
It was a perfect win. The pick of the litter.
Pick of the litter. He said, yeah, the cat's out of the bag, Bengala's the pick of the litter. And I was just like, you are way too proud of that, Matt Striker.
he worked in something about changing his stripes, too, at some point. He was all over the cat puns during that match. It was pretty funny. Hey, you know what? As long as Striker doesn't do it in every match, I kind of enjoy it.
I don't mean to knock it too much, yeah. But no, that's my only change because this was like a great episode, I thought.
Yeah.
But yeah, and there was a lot of stuff this episode. We got, like we kind of aforementioned, the Sexy Star stuff. Sexy Star beating
Yeah, let's talk about
Superfly in like
Sexy
30
Star Gauntlet.
seconds. I was
Peace out,
honestly surprised she beat Superfly that quickly.
Yeah, me too.
I kept getting like, I've always been puzzled by like Superfly. I'm like, okay, I mean, I guess they just keep giving more of him, and I'm like, and now I'm like finally ready to accept him and accept like a big match between him and 60 Star, and she just wipes him out, and I'm like, oh, I guess he was nothing. All right, forget that.
I guess like I like the fact that like what finished him off was like I think it was like some arm submission, so maybe it was like playing up to the fact that like Pentagon broke his arm, but I don't know. Yeah, no, it was cool. It was cool for Sexy Star. I think that and the match with Mari the Mott's both really good. Yeah, I'm interested to see. I'm interested to see the medallion thing is getting very interesting because we got a lot of different people with these medallions.
Yeah, that's a good point. What do you guys think those medallions do?
I mean, I'm interested definitely, but I can't specifically think of what it means. They're really playing up the fact. I mean, they have to play it up, I guess, but like they're playing up the fact that Phoenix won one, but he's been basically killed in a sense by Mil Muertes. So I'm wondering if that's going to something with that's going to kind of play into what the reveal, I guess, of what the medals or what the medallions mean.
And they keep mentioning the word immortality whenever they do it. Whenever they're talking about the medallions, it's always about immortality. And in Lucha Underground, all bets are off.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe you can't beat them once they have a medallion. Maybe it's like the Ark of the Covenant, and they can't be stopped now. Or I don't know.
Once you have them all, you become
two guys straight.
Once you have them all, you become Hulk Hogan.
Maybe, brother.
Yeah.
I feel like
maybe Vampiro had one tucked in his back pocket, and that's why Pentagon couldn't do anything against him.
Maybe, yeah. They also mentioned the fact that like Marty mentioned that there was a moth on the medallions, so it's a direct descendant of his Aztec family or his tribe. But I wonder if that's going to also play into it a bit. I have a feeling, and they haven't personally announced this yet, but I'm feeling like there's going to be a big match with all the medallion winners at Ultima Lucha, because it seems like everyone who doesn't have a story is getting the medallions.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they fight, and then what? Then the winner gets all the medallions?
Maybe,
and then they combine them, and then they ascend.
I think that's going to eventually happen. A unification match for all the medallions, but I think Ultima Lucha is going to be way too soon for that. I don't know. I think the hint that whoever has the medallions is stronger than Matanza will eventually come to play. But I think that should be something for like mid-season 2.
That could be it too, yeah. I've been really happy with the build up till, and then like I said, we're 3 weeks away from Ultima Lucha, and we have like 6 matches announced. Like that's kind of awesome,
And I'm kind of like, I mean, if they're only going 2 hours with this Ultima Lucha, I mean, that seems like plenty. Like, I don't really think they need more. Maybe they will give us another match or two. But I feel like I've got the full course meal already. And you're right, I'm pretty fired up. It's going to be exciting to see how this thing all plays out, because everything that I fortunately remained relatively spoiler-free on Lucha Underground, but those who have been sworn to secrecy and those who are there speak very highly of how this whole thing is going to play out. So it fills me with a lot of confidence heading into this thing.
There's still a lot of the top guys that don't have matches for Ultima Lucha, like Cage and King Cuerno. Like, they don't have matches yet, so we should be getting something else.
I'm hoping we see some. I'm hoping, because I know Cuerno has his medallion, but I'm hoping we see something with Cage and the Mac, because it seems like that's sort of like some unfinished business there. There's a lot of people that you can definitely fill into different matches and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited.
I think I know where you guys are going to be going with this, but let's find out where you rank Lucha Underground this week. Out of the 4 Wednesday Night Wrestling shows.
Out of the 4, it is numero uno for me. Yeah, it is really great. Lucha is the show that everyone should be watching, no doubt.
That's right. Garza?
Yeah, for me it's numero uno too. Even when they're not trying, Lucha Underground is amazing.
It's just effortless.
Yeah.
They make it look so easy. Yeah, definitely numero uno this week. You guys should all be watching Lucha Underground, and if you haven't been watching Lucha Underground, you should be binging that right now, just like some of our friends on the Wrestling Mayhem show who are just cramming so that they're ready for Ultima Lucha. I know Sorgatron is on some massive binge fest. I don't know how far he is or if he's caught up yet. Do you guys know if Sorgatron caught up yet?
I'm not sure exactly. I've honestly missed the last couple weeks, so I had to do like 3 weeks of binge before watching this past week's episode. But yeah, it's really like it's one of the few things where I'm like I have to watch this. You know what I mean? Like I have to get caught up on this.
Yeah.
Definitely, that's definitely part of the fun. I know Bobby F. J. Town did like a full weekend, just crammed it in one weekend. Now he's all caught up.
Like 8
just
months
amazing.
ago.
I know, it's like amazing. All right, well, before we kick on out here, let's let everybody know where they can find us. Garza, where can people locate yourself?
You can find me at DW Revolution at the Twitter, and you can find me at dwrestlingrevolution.com.
Eamon?
You can find me on Twitter at Eamon2Please, and you can also find the stuff I do in the world of professional wrestling at InspireProWrestling.com and Twitter at InspireProReds.
Solid. All right, go check me out on Twitter at MainstreamMatt with 1 T. And however you found us, there are many other ways for you to consume the Midweek War. We do 4 of these things every midweek, 1 for each wrestling show that airs on Wednesday night. So you break them all apart, you consume them as you want. If you don't give a crap about NXT, you don't listen to it. If you only want to listen to us talk about Impact, you do that
You're
too.
a sadist.
Go find us on iTunes, Stitcher, Spreaker, wherever finer podcasts are sold, or just go to WrestlingMayhemShow.com. They'll get you hooked up so you never, ever miss an episode of
La Guerra de la Mitad de la Semana.